Hey there, we're back. Welcome to Converse About the Verse. My name is Black.
And I'm Ruby.
And this is Liesl over here off to the side. She wants her treat. And thank you for joining us today on New Year's Eve. We've been away for a couple of weeks. We had holidays and sickness and more sickness than holidays, apparently. But anyway, we wanted to do a show tonight just to basically go over some of the things that we think went right with the year, talk about the ships that came out this year. There hasn't been really a lot of news in the last couple of weeks, so that's another reason why things were kind of slow for us. And so we basically just wanted to just get an end of the year show out. We're literally last minute here almost. But anyway, if this is your first time watching our show, my name is Black, of course, and we'd like to give a little brief history as to what we've done or how we came to Star Citizen. So basically, I've been playing since 2021, and I've been covering the game since probably 2022. I've made lots of guides, made some, pretty cool friends and org mates. We have a Discord where we have lots of chats about the game every single day. We help each other out. We help others out. We just had a new person come in today asking questions about, I think, the Inferno, the Crusader Inferno, Ares Inferno. And so it was good to have a new person and meet them. And anyway, so Ruby, go ahead and tell everybody how you got into Star Citizen.
So we play games together. So that's why I started playing Star Citizen CasaBLACK. We play video game. We play a variety of video games. So this wasn't like our first video game together. But yeah, this was my first kind of like space.
Mm-hmm. And dealing with FPS too.
That too, yeah. I didn't usually like FPS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't really do FPS games. We mainly did MMOs is what we mainly did with some survival games.
Yeah. So this is first time for me. But So I've been playing for a couple of 2-3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right. So that's our brief history. Go ahead, and what's the next segment to move on to?
All right. So our question of the week is, what are you looking forward to most in 2026?
Most in 2026.
Are we talking about Star Citizen? Are we talking about the year?
No, we're talking about Star Citizen.
Okay.
So for Star Citizen 2026, I think I'm looking forward most to crafting. Like, hands down, that's like one of the big features besides base building that I've been looking forward to. So, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But that's the thing I'm looking forward to most. It'd be nice to get a few more features in because we didn't get a lot of features last year. We'll talk more about that as well. But basically, I'll go with crafting. Crafting is what I'm looking forward to. What about you, Ruby?
I guess getting to play more. I don't play a lot during the week. I don't play any during the week.
Yeah, no,
I play on the weekends, and so and sometimes that's even split between other things. So so I hope to get to play more. Crafting is exciting, but just getting to play is the biggest part of it. So yeah, that's my what I look forward to.
All right, and so moving on.
All right. What did you do in the game the last week, Black?
Well, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we did hauling and pyro.
We did.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Yeah, we did a little bit of hauling and pyro.
That was definitely interesting.
I think I have some footage, a little bit of that anyway.
We found some loot. We found a box.
Yeah.
Someone had crashed, and we found a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. This was one of the runs we did. We were loading. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is so I had messed up and I had bought medical supplies, thinking I could deliver them with the Hull C, and I couldn't. So there was this whole thing to where I had to.
That's right.
Yeah, remember I had to take everything and leave it at the station, and then we had because I think the station I bought it from, I couldn't load the Hull C with because it didn't have auto loading and it did have external. I can't remember exactly what happened, but anyway, I screwed up, bought these 32 SCU boxes at the wrong station, and so the org helped me out by showing up with rafts, and we loaded the cargo, and
then we took it out to the Hull Sea.
then we took it out to the Hull Sea,
and we loaded the Hull Sea
which
up.
I believe that's in here later. But
Yeah.
that's what we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we had a C2.
Yeah,
that's Sala's C2, and then Banson brought his raft, and
oh Lord, I can't fast forward. Oh,
Old
yes, I can.
School brought his raft, and so we had a lot.
Yeah, and then we were out there doing this. We were out
Yep.
there by the freight elevator. Oh no, this wasn't a freight elevator. That's right. There was no freight elevator. That's why we had to do it.
Right.
We were taking them from the ship and just putting them on the Hull Sea out there, out by the station.
Because you had to have a hanger, and you couldn't get a hanger.
Okay,
with the
back there,
Hull Sea.
Liesel?
So yeah.
Liesel's digging in the couch.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we did 2 weeks ago. Last week you were sick during Christmas.
Yep. So you guys went mining.
We went mining last week.
Yeah.
I don't have any footage of that. I don't know why I didn't get any. But we mined a lot. We mined in Pyro, and it was for some of the guys, I think it was the first time they really got into that. We were really looking for ricite and Stellaron, which we did find some. We mined so much. We won. I think my personal take was around 4 million. I think OG made about 3 million. Banson and them made probably about 3 million as well, or a couple million. So yeah, it was pretty productive. Yeah. We've been trying to do things between hauling and mining that we know are going to be things we're going to need to do with crafting. So that's kind of like some of the push to do that. We took a break from doing some FPS stuff the last couple of weeks, but I think Friday we're going to jump back in, and we're going to be doing some more. I think we're going to do some intersect reputation and Nix.
Oh, okay.
Using our Perseus and stuff. Doing some ship combat.
Fun.
But yeah, so that's what we did. That's pretty much the last couple of weeks. It's been the holidays too, so things have been a little slow. So
yeah.
Hey, Brian's here.
Yes.
Brian, we sound okay. This is a whole new setup, so just wanted to make sure that we are audible. But anyway, so that's what we did the last couple of weeks. Again, Ruby didn't play last week, unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah, and I got a new computer for Christmas.
Oh yes.
So I'm hoping that when we do some,
thanks, Brian.
And do the Perseus,
yeah.
I won't have any issues.
That's right. Ruby's had a computer that was when I got it, I thought it was going to be good enough for Star Citizen, and it was okay.
Right.
But there's issues whenever like you get near big ships.
Yeah, it just had a lot of lag.
Right.
It had a lot of lag.
Yeah.
So
you're going to be good to go now. You finally caught up with the rest of us. Actually, you're ahead of some of us now.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she got flight sticks last Christmas. And a computer
this Christmas. Yeah.
Yay. So you'll be good to go. You'll finally get to play and see what it's like without.
To play with a big girl computer.
Yay. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to what little bit of news we had. What's the first bit of news we had, Ruby?
All right. News. I don't even know. You said sneak peek and a newsletter.
Yeah. So we had sneak peeks. Let's see.
Ruby's been out of it. Ruby's been trying to catch up with everything.
Ruby has been out of it. So the sneak peek for a couple of weeks ago was this thing here.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, we think it's something
Looks
to do
like
with
Simon Says.
It's actually a hatch. It's kind of hard to see right here, but it's a hatch that a couple of NPCs or workers are working on. We think it has something to do with the rock mining, or not the rock mining, the rock cracking.
Oh,
that's coming.
Interesting.
So that could be coming sooner. You know what? That rock cracking thing may actually come before a planet.
That's crazy.
Right?
So are you thinking this is a device that you're going to put on?
It looks like it's a hatch. Like it's a big hatch you have to take off or something. Maybe it's a way to get into something. We don't know.
Interesting.
It was kind of hard to figure out.
Oh, yeah. I see the thing underneath it now.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to blow the picture up from this.
Huh. Okay.
But yeah. All right. So that's that one. And then there was another sneak peek, which is... Sorry, I'm using a new thing and I'm trying to. Where's it at? There. No, that's not it. It's this. Maybe bring it down a little bit.
Oh no!
It's not wanting to let me. Why is it doing that? Let me try. Let me click on this. There it is. Sorry about that. So yeah. Yeah, this is a new thing for Meld. This is the inside of a ship. I know it's kind of hard to see right there for us, but yeah, it's the inside of a ship, which is the Hermes. It's clearly the Apollo variant coming. Um, I will say that after hearing some other speculation from some other streamers, I think it might actually be a data runner.
Oh, it's good because I have my MSR now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that some kind of data running is going to be coming into the game, probably in the form of some kind of event or missions, maybe.
That's cool.
I'm sure they're going to make it to where you don't have to own a ship to do these. Maybe these are special missions. I don't know how these are going to work. Maybe you can do them by hand, or you can, if you have a ship, it's easier. Maybe I don't know. I don't see them being exclusive to something, but we think it's going to have cargo, like traditional cargo, and data running.
That's exciting. That's a perfect thing for my MSR.
Yes, yeah. I mean, your MSR does both of those things.
Oh my gosh, so. It's just so
I actually seen people doing some MSR love during the holidays. There were some people that shared some screenshots and were, giving some love for it. So that was pretty cool.
I like it. Like I wasn't sure about it at first because of the.
I mean, it flies good.
All the no, it does. It flies great. The components just I don't like where all the components are at.
Oh, where are all the
components? The engineering
they're all
on
back.
One side.
They're all back in by the cargo.
Corner. Yeah, but they're all in like one side. Like they're all just like right there together.
By that secret compartment?
Yeah. On the other side of the secret compartment.
Yeah, so there's nothing up in the hallways around.
No.
None of those components.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's what it is.
All right. So for engineering, it's going to be a little bit of a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that could be a good thing if everything's together.
I mean, it is. I mean, there's pros and cons about it. Yeah. But I'm just, it worried me. Kind of yeah, because when we were in Salas, that's what made me realize I was like, I don't know if I want to keep this ship. But
all right, yeah, so that's the two sneak peeks.
Okay.
There was no This Week in Star Citizen, so we don't have to worry about that.
So. Did you get all your Luminalia? Did you like all? Did you get everything you wanted from that? Let's
see. You're gonna see what I got. Where's the thing? I don't know how to find this thing.
Chris Kringle. Good to you.
Chris Kringle. That's funny.
So
yeah, I didn't get any of the. Oh wait, this isn't mine. I guess it's not logged in. That's probably why. I didn't get everything. I got the weapon stuff. I got the little Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Did you get the paints?
I didn't get all the paints. I think they didn't have many paints. I think I got the Gollum paints.
Okay.
Because the Gollum's so cheap.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably end up having it.
Yeah.
So that's why I went ahead and got it. Yeah.
I didn't. What did you get?
I got everything.
Oh, you got everything?
I didn't care. I was just like
both characters.
I was sick and I just like I'm just gonna click on everything just to get it open. I was like tired.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I did not.
I was happy with the Parallax. I was happy.
Yeah, I was happy to get that.
Yeah, I was happy to get that.
You know what's funny though is that orange one you gave me.
Yeah.
I have been using that one with my with mining.
Because
it goes with the orange.
Oh yeah.
And then I wanted to get the orange armor, but they had already took it off the site.
Oh, the Ariel.
It's Gray Cat.
Oh, the Gray Cat. That's right.
They have a special Gray Cat, and it's
orange. I know because
the paint job matches your ship too, so you can have the ship, your armor, and then I was gonna have that gun and all of it. But I've been using that orange one when I was mining. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Every time I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's perfect." Like,
I know. Really was. See, so I'm glad I had to get that for you.
Too bad I'll probably lose it after.
I know. I'm worried. I'm gonna lose mine too.
All right. So that was Luminalia.
Yeah. And then letter from the chairman.
Letter from Sky Daddy. Or not Sky
No,
Daddy,
we don't
Space
call
Daddy.
it Space Daddy. That's right.
There you go.
Sky Daddy is Arc.
Yeah, Sky Daddy is Arc. So basically, he came on, said what a good year it was. Like he's going to say anything different, really. I'm not going to bore you. I'm definitely not going to read through it all. There were some hints about, like he definitely mentioned crafting and stuff coming. Talked about dynamic server meshing coming in 2026. It was. I really kind of forgot that he even does this because I swear he hasn't done it every Christmas time. But he did happen to drop it this Christmas. So it's a good read if, it's been over a week since I read it, so I don't really remember everything. He did talk about Squadron and how he seems to make it sound like it's on track for 2026.
That's good.
He used another one of those like feature complete words that he uses to try to you know, so it sounds like jargon that they try to throw out there to make you feel like it's at a certain stage that, you know, it's kind of confusing because it's not like they said, oh, here's the 5 stages of release and now we're on the 3rd stage. He just throws out a term like, you know, it's feature complete.
So why are you feeling salty?
But you don't know. If you don't know,
you're
if there's
kind of
two.
salty about
No, I'm
this.
just saying. Like
Why do you feel this
I just
way?
don't like when they do things like that.
I get it.
Whenever they use jargon, but we don't know the context of it.
I know,
You
but
know,
that's.
so
I mean, I hate to
it's
say it, but
corporate,
that's just like
yeah.
corporate America.
I know, that's how they do.
Corporate period.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
so.
I don't think anyone who knows the game took any of what he said about Squadron as like gospel that it's coming out in 2026, even though it's supposed to.
But overall, don't you feel like there was a lot this year, and when we've probably done more and stuff?
Well, he says that. He says that. He said we've had more.
But what about you as a player?
Me as a player, 100%. Yeah, because we had stuff, we had events almost every single month.
Yeah.
And I participated in almost every single event. There was a couple I didn't.
Yeah.
Like one in June, I didn't do that. I didn't do the big worm, the big Valacar, the big one.
No.
I didn't do that. I still haven't done that one. I don't really have an interest in it. I mean, it's okay.
I would like to do it just once, just to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
We got to the point where we got the we got the card to go out there.
Yeah,
like I just want to do it once. Just to see
I'm sure
it.
we will. I mean, you know, I don't like the way they set it up to where
I know anybody can come.
Anybody can come in and take your stuff. I mean, although it's probably easier to get stuff now, I know, but still, it's.
I know.
I just don't like that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of it and everything, and definitely the steps to do it are fun. Having to break into a lab facility and use a person's gear and all that. That was pretty good.
Fun.
Yeah,
all that stuff was.
Fun.
I didn't think I'd like it, and I did. Yeah. I was, and we did it a couple times.
We did the step before you go out.
Right, and I was like, that was exciting.
It was. Yeah. That server room at the end with they all coming in is very fun. Yeah,
that was. Felt like a big raid boss.
Yeah,
so,
and we'll definitely take Gavin and Brian out there too.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. So that was letter of the chairman. Okay.
Ships for the year.
So we're going to talk about ships now. Okay.
Not for 2026, 2025.
2025
so
ships.
Wrapping up 2025.
So we're not going to list every single ship. There's 25, 20, whatever, however many there were. If you count variants or whatever. We're going to hit up some of the ones that we that I think were a little better. Not necessarily, don't you do it. I forgot to put water. Okay, she's got some. Not necessarily ships that we owned or bought, but ships that I think helped further the game. Okay. Because not every ship did. I mean, some ships are just blah. All right. So first up, we're going to talk about the Apollo. So the Apollo is one that was highly anticipated by me. One point you were interested in getting it too a while back.
Yeah, but then when I got my Terrapin, I was all good.
Yeah, you were good when you got the Terrapin. I was excited for the Apollo, but upon its release, I was let down. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't care for the spacing of it. I love the look and the design of the exterior. Exterior wise, it's just great. I think where it failed hard was that weird hatch in the back. I understand why they did it because I don't know that they could have a hatch on the sides. They probably could have done it better on the bottom, I think, which is originally how it was supposed to be. Like we were envisioning, you would
get an elevator,
or even a tractor beam to tractor people up, or whatever. However, you're going to get people up into the ship. I mean, when you think about medical and rescue and things, I think you're looking. It's a frantic thing. Anytime you ever watch any ER or anything, it's frantic.
Yes.
Mistakes get made. And I'm not a fan of this narrow hallway. Yeah, the bed fits pretty well. It does fit. But I don't know. I think they limited the space in the back on how you enter it. I love the elevator up front, by the way. It's a beautiful elevator. Like, the one that takes you up into the bridge. I love that one. But there's just a lot of wasted space in the interior. You can tell that they dropped a couple of things. Like there was supposed to be a waiting room. Even though waiting room sounds kind of dumb now. There was also supposed to be room for remote drones. The drones are dropped as of now until they get drones working, which they really need to get drones working because that's going to be part of base building. So yeah, you don't want narrow space. It also prevented you. I also envisioned the Apollo as being something you could do medical not just medical rescue for people,
Medical supplies.
medical supplies.
Yeah.
It has enough
Medical
room
runs.
inside to where you could be doing medical supply runs. This colony had an outbreak of cholera,
Right.
and they need you to bring medicine, you know.
Yeah.
And so you could easily take like up to 20 SCU or 30 SCU of storage, but it only fits like what size 1 and 2 boxes. It doesn't fit the wider boxes. So I
Right.
think that was a missed opportunity. Just things like that. Gorgeous ship there. It's got that Voyager look to it, which is, I think the ship is so gorgeous that they wanted to do more with it. Medical gameplay also needs some work, so that's another thing that, you know, is probably hindering it. I guessed that this ship was probably one that got upgraded a lot during IAE this year because people had bought it in September when it came out or already had it and got rid of it in November to go up to something else. So that was my guess. I think it's probably the most upgraded ship of IAE. There's no way to prove that, but that's just my thoughts. What about you? You've been on it a couple times.
I mean, I don't know. I do more cargo missions than probably anything. So anything that doesn't have like sufficient cargo space,
Yeah.
except for my Terrapin, which is like an outlier. Yeah. I mean, it is nice.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I get why it has a lot of space.
When we used it, I was like, "Dang, it's nice."
It is nice. Yeah,
it's got a lot of beds.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you can configure stuff. You know, configure things differently.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, and if you think about it too, the middle space. I said the middle space was wasted, but at the same time, if you had enough medical people being hurt, like if you went into an area and there was like
triage,
5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Then you'd have people sitting on gurneys or laying on gurneys in the middle until they could get into a medical bed. So I get that, but it just still feels like
I think when they say waiting room, I don't think you're thinking of like an ER where there's patients waiting.
Yeah,
it's literally people on like gurneys that are injured that are waiting to be treated. Yeah.
But anyway, that's my thing on the. That's my whole thing on the Apollo. It's decent, but I think. As medical gameplay grows, it'll be a better ship. I think.
Yeah.
It's a ship for the future, not really necessarily now. Even though they did try to throw a couple of medical gameplay things in there. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next ship, which is the Asgard.
Oh, that's Black's favorite.
That quickly became my favorite ship of the year. If you'd have told me this time last year that you're gonna like an Anvil ship that's a Valkyrie variant, I'd have told you were freaking crazy. Because I never really, I thought the Valkyrie was okay, but it was overpriced. The Asgard is also way overpriced, but it's just such a good ship. You got control over 6 guns. I mean, the pilot has control over 6 guns. The cargo space is more than a raft, even though technically it is the same as a raft. You can use the extra space that doesn't lock in the cargo.
Yep.
So you can carry more in its interior.
You have a turret.
You have a turret for another player.
And then you have 2 drop seats that have people can sit in.
Yep. People can sit in and wait. Yeah. Outside, you really only need 2 players in there. Anything outside of that is kind of a waste. Because the other 2 players can't do much.
There's side guns.
Yeah, there are side guns. That is true.
So that's what the 2. Yeah. The 2 other seats are, people that are waiting.
And they can also be engineers.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. So, and the engineering is all downstairs, so it's all pretty.
Yes. Yeah. It is cool.
To me, right now, the Asgard is like one of the best, if not the best, 2-3-person ship that's in the game right now.
Yeah. I bought an upgrade to it.
Yeah. It's just such a good ship.
Yeah, I liked it too. I was impressed with it after we used it a few times.
So that was my shock of the year. Like clearly, like, if you'd have told me in January this ship's going to come out and we're going to get the Apollo, I would have been like, oh, I'm super excited about the Apollo.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that ship. Let's move on.
How many paint jobs do you have for it?
I have the copper one.
Mm-hmm.
And I already did that one. I have the copper one, and then the one we got for the Best in Show.
Oh, okay.
All right, so our next little vehicle here is the Atlas. There are 3 Atlas variants. This is the Geo. I think this was my favorite because it added ground mining.
Yep.
In a better way than the Rock, I think. I like doing ground mining in this a lot better than the Rock, just because of traversing.
Yeah.
It's easier than rolling.
No, you're right. It is.
Because you can also boost jump. Yeah. And that's very helpful.
And our daughter, she she liked it too.
Yeah,
Our oldest.
yeah.
Was
She played a little bit this year, and
yeah.
she was renting a Cutlass and taking the Geo out, and yeah. So but yeah, there's this one. There's the cargo version, which is like a damn death trap, and then there's one we really didn't do much because they didn't put it up for sale. You can only get it through doing Wicklow, which it has guns.
However, when we did that that facility right before, yeah, I know that Ape had found.
Yeah, we found one there at the facility.
We found, well, there was a couple times we found one there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it is fun. I got it in and shot it. It was pretty fun. I would definitely. I'd like to own one. I just don't want to go through Wicklow to do it.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, that was a surprise. Well, it wasn't a surprise for us this year because we got the cargo in late in 2024. So we knew there was going to be variants on the way.
Right.
But the mining one was a surprise. I didn't expect that to be the second one. I thought we'd have guns first. So I'm cool that they did that. I hope we're going to get more mechs, not necessarily based on this. I'd like to see like another one.
And didn't they need that for the Hathor?
Yeah, it did help. It helped a lot.
Yeah.
If you had the mining one for Hathor,
yeah,
where you got to go into the cave and mine.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody brought those. In fact, I went and helped somebody Thugless knew. We went into the caves and we did it a little bit. So
yeah.
I
was gonna say. So I think
it's very fun.
Yeah.
It fits in a lot of vehicles too, even starter vehicles, some of them. So
that's cool.
All right, so let's move on. That was number 7. Let me turn that off and go to this one. All right. What the heck is this? Oh, that was another. Well, we knew from the silhouette this ship was coming.
Right. Nobody knew what it was.
Nobody knew what it was.
No one. It's the funniest thing ever.
It was probably. I mean, the silhouette thing gave so many content creators, including me a little bit, just so much content. Guessing what this thing is. The opinion started deviating. At one point, people thought it was a Misk ship instead of Drake, and God, there was just so much, speculation on this ship.
It was funny.
It became funny, and then there at the end, right at the end, it's like the speculation just started amping up, and it got to where I couldn't even watch it anymore. It was just so crazy, all the guesses people were doing. Like I seen people who would guess things and then backtracked on those guesses, and but yeah, it's such a good ship. Like I just I can't not say enough good things about the Clipper. It's not my favorite simply because I use the Asgard a lot more, but for I like using it as a 0 to hero, which is what I have. I made a third account just so I could get Ruby the Star Kitten.
Yeah, Dragonfly.
Yeah, so I did the referral for her so she'd get that, and I made an account to do 0 to hero, and I put a Clipper on it. And Super Mac Brother also does a series is off the grid.
Yep.
And he uses a Clipper as I saw, because he's used a Vulture or a Cutter before, but this thing was perfect for off the grid. Like this is the off the grid ship. Anybody who don't know what it is, it's a new generalist class of ships that they're using.
It's like a Swiss Army knife.
It's like a Swiss Army knife. It doesn't excel at any one thing, but it does good across the board. It's got a crafting table. It's got a regular bed to log in and out of. It's got a medical bed that you can heal and set as your res. What's the other thing it's got? Of course, it's got engineering.
It has some cargo.
Some cargo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little utility knife. I think it's a gorgeous looking ship. I love the look of it because it's so unique and different. Yeah. I know you've seen it everywhere, but you didn't really fly it or anything.
No, I don't have one.
Some other mentions of ships that have come out. We have the Misk Fortune. I didn't pull any web pages up for that. That is the little Misk salvage ship.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Prospector. They're like almost twins. So it's a good little solo salvage ship if you prefer that over Drake. The Idris came out in May in time for Invictus. One of the reasons we had so many ships this year is because CIG kind of borrowed from Squadron. So the Idris was supposed to be Squadron. I think some of the Hornets were also some of Squadron stuff. That new alien ship, the the Stinger that came out a couple months ago. That was one that's in Squadron. There's a few things from Squadron that got kind of transferred over that kind of helped pad up the updates this year, including some assets and things. There were assets from the that other game mode that they canceled, Theaters of War, that got brought in. That was some of Hathor stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there was lots of padding this year. I think, they did pretty good for using and reusing assets from other things that had been in development already that really never came out. So yeah, they say they're going to have 27 ships next year. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be true. I don't know where that number came from. Maybe that's something John Crew and them said, but I don't think they need to have that many necessarily. But if they do, so be it. But we do have more ships to look at here, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. I just wanted to mention a few that I'm not really going to show off and talk a lot about. These were a surprise this year. This is another one that they kind of like. This is a kit bash ship. This is where they took parts from other Drake, some of their other Drake ships, and just kind of made a little, the first one was a little external mining ship, and then they made the little external cargo ship. Same little line there. These ships are great. They're,
I know. I was seriously thinking about getting one for my for Zuzu.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people using that Ox for cargo missions. Like they're loving it for cargo missions. It's got a little
cute.
Yeah,
I mean, look at it.
Yeah,
so
it's a great little cargo ship, and it's going to be cheap as hell in the verse soon. Whenever it goes on sale,
that's
for money, for in-game money.
So I was like, why not have one?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you don't want something as big as a raft,
Yeah.
And it holds 232 SU, so it holds 64 SU, and that there's a lot of missions you can do that just hold that or less. So it's definitely a good little ship. It's so funny, all those boxes on that thing. But yeah, so the golems, they were a nice little surprise. Another ship. If you think about it, there really weren't a lot of original ships other than the Clipper this year. But this is another one. The Kruger, there's a L-21, and then this is the L-22 Alpha Wolf. Probably some of the most beautiful ships they've ever created. I mean,
why do you love this ship so much?
Oh, it looks like a Naboo fighter, like all day long.
Yeah.
They're making another one that's supposed to be bigger called the Stingray this year. That's going to be in 2026. And I'm curious if I'd like to see one that's multiplayer, like a two-person fighter or something.
I mean, it looks like a Corvette.
It does
like
like
a Stingray.
Yeah.
Corvette.
They are. I mean, it already looks like a Stingray. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love the design. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. I don't fly these because I don't really do combat. But I know that Kruger only does combat ships, which sucks because I'd really like to see something that was just cargo. Maybe a little bit of fighting on it. Maybe they'll do something that has some cargo. I doubt it, but a two-person fighter might be cool too. So we'll see if they end up doing that. I honestly thought the Alpha may have been a two-person fighter because Alpha to me says bigger than the other small one. And I was like, oh, because they do have some two-person fighter ships. And I was like, oh, maybe the Alpha, it's bigger.
Yeah.
But I guess not. But anyway, the Wolves, those were some cool ships that came out that were definitely a kind of a surprise this year and nice additions. All right. Here was one I was on the fence about. Even when it came out, the day it came out, I was like, I'm not getting it. And then we thought about a perfect use for these.
Yes. Who thought about the perfect use for these?
Ruby thought about the perfect use.
Ruby thought about the perfect use for these.
She goes, oh.
I was like, these would be great at a base. I was like,
for
these.
Defense.
Yeah. I was like, why would you not use these?
Yeah. So when base building comes online, having some of these parked out is probably going to be a must. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to be sitting inside of them for them to defend.
Absolutely not. That's what's so great about them.
So once she said that, I was like, all right, yeah, it's worth owning.
I mean, they're a ground vehicle. You can buy them in game, and you can just have it.
I was hoping they would fire on NPCs, so you could go up into a bunker.
Right.
Because
that was the original thought.
That's what I thought.
And they don't.
And then when I heard they attack ships, I was like, but I don't really have this need,
Yeah.
But when base building comes on.
Yep.
I do like the idea of one that does NPCs though, because bunkers are getting harder and harder to go up on foot into because they're guarding outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the idea of them doing one that'll attack NPCs. I could see one day maybe NPCs even attacking bases. You
Right.
know?
No, as they should.
So I could see these things happening. But yes, definitely, it's going to be a lot harder, and maybe even as soon as next year, it's going to be harder to do like fly out to bunker type bases and to do missions because they're going to start shooting vehicles soon.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start shooting ship. They already will shoot your ship.
Yeah, we've noticed in some of them that they do. They were like, we were riding up on one in an STV, and they were shooting us.
Yeah,
they were already shooting us.
Yeah.
So
and they can take out your. I mean, they can
yeah,
kill you.
it's so
SUV.
small. Yeah. So that's why I was like, well,
but they're going to be shooting like they're going to have like anti-air stuff.
Yeah.
Like, more than they do. I mean, right now sometimes you can go up on a bunker and they have anti-air missiles,
Mhm.
or sometimes it's gun turrets.
Right.
So I think that it's just going to get harder to get. I think there's going to be a point that we have all these ground vehicles. They're going to make it to where you're going to have to land far out or somewhat out and drive in
Mm-hmm.
and have like a full-blown thing before you even get into your
into the bunker.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That just adds like the,
Yeah, it adds to the gameplay overall. But
does.
anyway, that's the MDC little turreted ground vehicle there. They just introduced those vehicles this year. That was there was an MTC, which is a man turret, and then that one, which was the auto turret. So, all right, here is another one. We knew this one was coming this year. It wasn't a surprise or anything. I don't own this, but our good friend OG owns it, and he. So I'll tell you what our favorite use for this is. So if we have an Orgnite and we have the Perseus with us, if the Perseus only needs a pilot and 2 gunners,
yeah,
you can have more, but if you just have those 2, the Perseus is pretty fit. But you need a ship that can take out the smaller fighters, because the smaller fighters, as we've seen, can take out Perseus as they can,
pretty quickly.
Yeah. So if you have one of these flying with the Perseus, then you can take out. And this is good if you have like 2 more players.
Right.
So if you've got 2 on the Perseus, or I'm sorry, 3 on the Perseus, pilot and the 2 gunners, and then 2 on that, you can handle stuff. If you end up having more than 2, though, like if you end up having like 2 more, if you end up having like 4 on that, you could either still use this, or then at that point you can upgrade to the Hammerhead, which we have a Hammerhead.
Right.
So we like that as like an option. If you have too many people, you can go with a Hammerhead. If you don't quite have enough, you can use this instead. This thing is a beast, though. It definitely carries its weight when it comes to taking out small fighters and medium fighters too. It does really good.
Yeah. So
I definitely like that combo. We're going to see a lot of that. We have big space missions coming in 2026 too. So, OG is going to he's going to use the hell out of that thing. And I will not be piloting it because I'll be piloting the other ship. So he's, I think it's a him and Sala thing. Hi, guys. All right, next ship.
So there's your ship.
This is probably easily ship of the year. Don't get me wrong, I love my Asgard, but this ship here had so much hype and it was so well deserved. It came out beautifully. They even threw in a basketball court in the cargo area, which is cool as hell. But the Perseus finally arrived. I mean, I don't know what else you can say. This ship it's just a great ship. It flies good, handles better than the Polaris. Those guns in there are fun as hell to use. It's a little fighting machine. I mean, I can't wait to do more with it, honestly. We're going to be using it Friday night for our event night. But yeah, it's fun. I think when it comes to like this, the Idris and the Polaris, like this one's a lot easier to traverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, even you figured out where everything was kind of fast too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Perseus. So glad it came out. A couple of other ships to mention before I move on that I'm not going to go into much is the Asperia Prowler utility variant. Again, that was another variant. Handles cargo. I think it only handles like 32, 64 cargo. It's not a lot. Then the RSI Salvation, which is the little tiny starter salvage ship.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's another one that came out that was we kind of knew it was coming throughout the year. They kind of teased it back in like February or March or something when they had the vehicle team on. They were actually showing off possible concepts of it. It's cute. It's a pocket salvager. If you have a ship like the Asgard, you can actually bring along that, so when after you kill something, you could fly out of the Asgard real quick and go salvage it. So
Yeah,
it's a good little duo if you're into that. And then the next one I have here is actually one that was a surprise this year. It is the Gray's Market Shiv. So this is a whole new ship line. It's basically ships that are kind of like, tossed together. They're pieced out from multiple different ships. So this is has part of the Anvil Valkyrie, and then a lot of the Drake Cutlass. It's a cool ship. It's definitely got aesthetics like crazy. Like you go inside and it's a mess. It's got like a bucket to piss in. It's got it's even worse than a Drake ship. Put it that way, as far as the aesthetics go. The bucket, of course, is an old joke about the Cutlass not having a bathroom, but they gave you a bathroom in the ship. I like the look of it. I don't own one. I like that it's in the game. I wish more that Gray's Market was a reputation.
Yeah.
And you did missions, and then you were able to earn this doing missions. I think the Gray's Market idea is great, and we're going to see more Gray's Market stuff coming in 2026, I believe. So I'm interested to see. I think a fighter is probably coming next, but yeah, a shady market that pieces ships together and sells them. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, it's a chop shop.
Yeah, chop shop, exactly what it is. The other one I didn't put the website up for is the Starlancer TAC. I really like the regular Starlancer. I thought I was going to like the TAC. I didn't like the TAC so much. Whenever I had people in the turrets, they didn't care for the way the front turrets didn't face forward. They only went to the side. So my gunners didn't like it. I didn't care for the back hatch. They kind of made it a little bit more narrow, I think, than the regular the Starlancer Max. So like that ground vehicle we showed earlier that has the turret on top didn't fit in there right. Like it would hit the top and it would get all janky and start messing up. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of the TAC like I thought I was. I think I've already gotten rid of it too. Another honorable mention is the Guardian MX, which we knew there was a variant of that coming too. So it was just different weapon setup. I think that may be the missile one. I can't remember, but yeah. All right, so that is all of the ships of 2025.
Yes,
quite a bit there.
I know.
Let's go back to the video here. And this was, what are we talking about next?
Your good and bad things of 2025.
Yes, good and the bad, huh? All right, so for 2025, wait. Good and bad. Oh, that's not what I want to show. I'll show that next. So 2025, the good. What was some of your favorite things? You said we played more this year.
We did. I think because of the events.
That's so rare.
We had, we probably were more active.
Yes.
Than we had been.
Right.
And I feel like maybe server performance was better.
Yeah, 100% server performance did get a lot better.
And
we don't see 30Ks hardly ever anymore, but and even when we have server errors, like that's what's being shown on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Even when you have those, you know what? I know why I did that.
And then
there we go. Start over.
I also feel like even with the I don't know, I feel like we found things to do too. Like there were places to go and, explore and loot and yeah. So I don't know. I think just because I got to play more and venture out more, like I didn't want to go to Pyro. I wasn't interested in it. And then when we finally went and we played there, I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And then we had to help Douglas with his like millions of boxes.
Yeah, he accidentally
right. So that was fun.
That was a fun, and that was in Pyro.
Yeah, and
that was during this.
Yeah, that was during this. So it was like Pyro. So I was like, okay, and we got attacked while doing it, you know, in the caterpillar. And so yeah, I mean, there were like things that happened that you're like, okay, this is fun.
That's probably one of the most exciting things about the year, like that one moment when we got attacked.
Yeah,
because we got out of there too.
Yeah, and we're trying to save everything.
I have the footage of that. It was really good.
Because he's like, get out of here, just take it.
Just take the stuff. Yeah, because we had guys that were we had the caterpillar a little bit off the ground, and we had like 3 people in the ground, and 1 person up in the thing that was putting all the boxes in the caterpillar. And my footage, you see the boxes coming off the ground, just going into the sides of the caterpillar.
And then all of a sudden,
and then all of a sudden the ship comes and you start shooting the caterpillar. And then, there was and he shot one of the boxes because the boxes were explosive.
Yes, and the box exploded.
And the box explodes, and then you see my ship kind of sway a little bit because I like, whoa, and I steered it off, and then I got up, and then we went after the guy, and I think we killed him.
It was fun.
But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
You overheated. You had to keep getting out of there because of the overheating.
Yeah, it was hot out there.
Yeah.
That was a really good moment.
It was fun. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is fun.
And I think overall that was my favorite event of the year. Well, ASD was fun too, though. We got a lot.
Oh my gosh, ASD was fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Once we did it a few times, and we kind of got got the idea of like how to do it. Yeah, because at first it was kind of frustrating. You just kept dying over and over again. Yeah. So but that was fun. Yeah, it was. It was fun. Yeah.
Bad things about the year. I think some of the events being PvP. And I know it was fun for some of the PvPers, but I didn't like that like Wicklow rewards were locked behind like that ore and stuff. I really wish we could have done that kind of cave mining. I didn't like that they added new minables, but yet you can only do them by doing the big laser and getting in there, and then you had to like it just became like a big way. Even now today, you still go out to Hathor, and it's still one of the hottest PvP zones out there. Like people are still there fighting over the hole. And I mean, I don't even think people really care about getting the ore, which is fine. But I would have liked to have gotten some of the ore, or I would have liked to have, done some of the Wicklow stuff. But 2 things prevented it. 1, PvP. The second thing was the elevators. If you actually were able to get some of the stuff and you put it on the freight elevator, sometimes it just fell through the elevator. Right. Or you sent it down and it didn't connect, or it just disappeared. Yeah. And I think that's a huge issue that they need to resolve like soon, because I refuse to do any Wicklow stuff because I just don't want to waste my time, and just lose stuff. Not to mention that you're also losing stuff between patches still. And I don't know. Now just to do it. Yeah, that's okay. And I didn't mind helping somebody else in the hole either. I wasn't getting anything out of it. I just helped them out because they were trying to I think they were trying to get Wicklow's Polaris or something is what they were working on. Okay. I didn't mind that, but overall, I really didn't care to go there. Yeah. But I enjoyed Hathor. I enjoyed going there for the loot. That's what you and I did. Yeah, that's what we did. We went there for the lootables in the little areas, not the cave. We lost stuff. Yeah. We had our ships blown up for several times. Yeah. But we never got mad about that. No, we never got mad about it. It just happened. We just knew it was what it was. One thing I would get frustrated about is the what is the freight elevators not working and having to like missions. You'd have like half the mission done and you couldn't finish it. Right. Yeah. That summer event that was late summer. Yeah. Where we had to just constantly do all the cargo to fill up the bar. Yep. That wasn't fun. No, that wasn't. That was probably super grindy and then lots of issues with the freight elevators. I didn't even finish it on one of my characters because I was just like kind of burned out on it. Yeah. It was very long. I mean, yeah, and then you could kind of cheese it too. Like we wound up at the end of it cheesing it by hovering over with the raft and just shooting. I know, and we did that with one of our characters, and we were done with it. We were like, we're not doing this. Like this isn't fun. Yeah, yeah. But ASD came along, and it was a lot more fun. Oh my gosh, yeah. That was like a lot of fun. Yeah, it was even fun. Like I don't even like PvP. And knowing that there were PvP aspects of it, because we ran into players. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the good and bad things of 2025. So our last thing we'll talk about, before the end of our year here is 2026 predictions. Ruby, you have all the predictions.
Ruby doesn't make predictions on any games.
What?
No, she's just along for the ride.
Along for the ride.
It's whatever.
So, out of all the things we've watched, though, is there anything you think is going to come out in 2026?
I mean, I don't know. I look at it like this. I don't feel like I have a how do I say this? I don't feel like I play enough to have a voice as to like good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. Like, I mean, it'd be great. Like all the things that they want this game to be, it's going to be great one day. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't get upset if something doesn't happen. It's just what it is. I don't know.
Are there any ships you'd like to see?
No, only because I only fly like single person or maybe two, three, so I don't fly big ships or anything, and I don't fight. I'm just kind of a simpleton when it comes to that stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I like all the ships I have now. I mean, it's crazy. Like I want a raft, and I want a golem, and I want a Asgard, and I'm like, why do I need all these things when so many of them do the same thing?
Yeah.
Like I have a vulture. Why do I need another? Why do I need another salvaging or why do I need another ship? I don't know. I mean, it's just because it's little and I don't have one on my other account. I mean, I don't know. I have a prospector on one that I bought in game, but I'm like, do I need something for my other? I don't know. I'm happy with my stuff. I don't know.
Right.
I'm happy.
All
I'm
right.
good. No predictions.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So my predictions for 2026 are going to be crafting. I think crafting is probably going to be one of the things we see coming out, at least somewhat coming out. People are guessing around March, April, which I think is a good guess. We're supposed to hit tech preview next. Whenever they do another tech preview, maybe they do a tech preview in February. Maybe they don't do it until March or April. Who knows? I don't know. But bare bones crafting, I think, is coming. That's bare bones. I think the resources we have in game now will be what we'll be using. So like tin, copper, OG, things like that. Some of the simple things. Maybe they'll throw in a couple of hard things in there too, just to try to make it. Like maybe they'll throw in some, I don't know, animal part or something, fangs or some shit. I don't know, but I think that we're going to have some sort of, because they've already said it'll be weapons and armor first.
And that's exciting.
It is.
That to me, like crafting, being able to craft like weapons and armor.
Yeah.
That is exciting. I'm not going to lie. Like that is.
Yeah. I don't know how great it's going to be.
Right. Just to be able to see what it is. That's exciting.
I hope that there's going to be some blueprints that we can go out and find that'll be rare stuff. Like maybe they'll give us blueprints for some basic stuff you can buy in the store. Like you can buy, I don't know, what's Orc MX armor or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can buy blueprints for that. But then when you go to ASD or something, maybe you can find a rare one. I'm hoping they're going to have rare blueprints. That'd be cool. I'm hoping it's going to release at least with rare blueprints that we can find out in the wild. And for the stuff that we're making and can get a little taste of that. I don't think like full-fledged crafting is going to come along until we get that first planet, Nyx 1. My whole thing is I think Nyx 1 is we already know Nyx 1's going to have the next planet tech. That planet tech is where the new minables are going to come in. So I don't think we're going to have new minables across all the systems. I think it's literally just probably going to be on Nyx 1 to be with that new planet tech. And by new minables, I mean the rocks are gonna. They said this past year that you're gonna have like instead of a rock having like tin and iron and corundum or whatever all in one rock, it's just gonna be a copper rock.
Yeah.
And that copper rock may have a rarity, so it could have like a green or a blue rarity copper in there mixed in. So like maybe 10% of it is blue rare, but the other 90% is just regular copper. So if you craft something with that rare,
that's stuff that they're gonna have to get in game though. Yeah, they don't even have
that's
that
what I'm
yet.
saying. That's going to come with that new planet.
Okay.
because that new Planet Tech is what's going to spawn those types of nodes.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's
cool.
Yeah. So I don't think you're going to see advanced crafting until that comes along.
Yeah.
There's also supposed to be tier 1 recovery, which means right now when we die, we keep all of our stuff except what's in our backpack. That's tier 0. When tier 1 comes along, which they're hinting at is coming with crafting, you lose your stuff and then you have to craft it again to get it back.
Okay.
Assuming you have the blueprint.
All right.
You may not have a blueprint for something, so you may have to get back out there and get the stuff off your body, and if you don't, you've lost it. And then once you craft that, so let's say you have an orange parallax and you have a blueprint for it. You died out there, a player killed you, they took your orange parallax. They now have that parallax.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up, you go to your crafting station, you craft a new orange parallax. That orange parallax they have suddenly kills. It's a kill switch. It dies.
Okay.
So they're mad about that, but that's how it's, Now later on in tier 2 or whatever, they're going to be able to go take that to a fence or something and get it repaired to where they can use it.
Okay.
But, that way there you can't dupe stuff. That's the whole purpose of doing
Yeah.
that. Is so you just can't, you give your orange parallax to OG and OG, kills you and you wake up and you craft one and he's got one and you got one. That's,
Right.
It's not how it's going to work.
No, that makes sense. So.
It does and it doesn't. But anyway, so that's my prediction for that. As far as ships, other features, God, I hope we get scanning, FPS scanning, and better ship scanning. Like they've been talking about it, but I just don't know if it's gonna. I don't know when it's gonna make it. I don't think base building is coming. If it does, it'll be end of year. I think we're still waiting on 2 things: server tech and those new planets. I don't think base building is going to be everywhere across all the other systems, as I've said before. I think it's just going to be on Nix 1. That's why they've made that the homesteading. They keep putting on the little news splash screens,
Yeah.
I am playing the same video over and over again.
No, you are. I was like,
Could have said something.
They just want to see us,
Yeah, let's put this
with
up
that
there.
error.
This is 2026.
a server error.
We're supposed to have big spaceship battles possibly in 2026. We're supposed to have the Rock Cracker event in Nix.
Okay.
That one that's probably the event I'm looking forward to most is Rock Cracker. We already got fireworks outside.
Nice.
Watch out. Anything else? What other things are coming? More engineering is coming. We know that because they said there's work going on the roadmap going into March. Base building has not been touched. As far as ships go, the Ironclad's coming in May. The Galaxy is coming in November. The Galaxy worries me because even John Crew and them said it. These ships that have modules to where you can switch it out. So the Galaxy can be a cargo, it can be a medical ship, and it can be a refinery, and also a base building ship. It can be those 4 things. You swap out a module, and it becomes cargo. You swap out a module, yeah. The thing that worries me about those is they've said that those ships are not going to be the best in class. So if you have a ship that's just a refinery, it's going to be a better refinery.
As it should.
As it should. You're right. It should. So I do worry that the Galaxy might be a little, it might not be as great. It may be convenient that you can swap things out, but yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, I know. I just forgot about it. It was just playing. So anyway, that's those are the ships that are coming. The Ironclad, I think, is huge. Like that one, that's probably the ship I'm most excited about, except for a medium salvage ship.
Have they mentioned the medium salvage
They've
ship?
hinted that there is an orange.
Black has been wanting this medium salvage ship for
They've hinted
for a year and a half.
There's an orange. I think they said salvage. I think a large. It's supposed to be.
Don't say it. Just say orange ship.
Yeah, they said an orange salvager is what they said.
Okay.
They said salvager, and then Ben Curtis said orange. So,
Okay.
So the next, I mean, there's a big gap here. Now we have a starter salvage ship.
Right.
We have 2 small salvage ships.
Yeah.
There's no medium large. It goes straight to the reclaimer.
Right.
Which is capital class. That's a capital. There's no large salvage.
Okay.
We need a large salvage ship because the Vulture can't suck up everything it breaks.
No, it doesn't.
It can't. It loses out on money.
It does.
Also, we need something that can get that can do salvage and bigger components too.
Right.
It needs to have cargo space.
So it has room to pick up things.
Give me a 2 to 3, 4 person salvage ship that has like 200 SCU of cargo.
Yep.
And I'll be so happy. Oh my God.
I know you will.
The whole B is also coming. One thing I learned using the Whole C is I like the Whole C. I like flying it. Douglas, Happy New Year, my man.
Happy New Year.
I forgot what I was saying. I really like the Whole C. I really like using the Whole C, but the Whole B is going to be so much better because so many of these missions could be done by the Whole B.
Because you said it actually gets a hanger,
and it can land in a hanger with the cargo.
Yeah, I know that's exciting.
Yeah, and it holds a lot, so it's going to be great. So anyway, so that's my predictions for 2026 as far as I think we're finally going to get the salvage ship. I just don't know when. Like I hope it's earlier in the year, but they'll probably wait for a ship sale. It's going to be huge. It's going to sell like the freaking Clipper.
I know.
It's going to sell,
and you'll get one.
Yes. I have a couple
Who
of
knows?
ships ready.
Ruby may get one too to replace her vulture.
You might.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A lot of
Who
people are
knows?
replacing their vultures.
I know. Who knows what we'll do?
So anyway.
So.
But anyway, that's our predictions. Ruby had all the predictions. So when she's wrong, we can laugh in her face.
Ruby had no predictions.
Zero. I'm trying to think. Do I have any wild predictions? Anything crazy?
All right.
That we might see.
Squadron 42 will be out.
Shut your mouth.
First quarter.
First quarter. Oh my God, no. Squadron. Nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that. Nobody's saying
There you go.
Squadron.
You want a wild prediction? There you go.
Wow.
There you go. Wild prediction.
You could have just said base building would come in the first quarter, and that would.
Shit, let's put that at the end of the year. There you go.
That's what I think. I think if it happens, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it did, wild prediction. If they don't do base building, they'll put Castra at the end of the year, a new system. There you go. So they can say we had a system 2-3 years in a row or whatever.
That's right. That's right.
There you
They'll
go. Or 2 years.
Be able to say it.
Yeah, we'll be like, we did 3 systems in 2 years, and it'll be it'll just be the Sherman station is all it'll be. That's all it'll be. Just like right now, we just have the next station.
That's right.
All right. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. For those who are already in the new year, because you're living in the future, we had a pretty good 2025. We just started this show 3 months ago. This is our 15th show, I think.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, so pretty exciting. If I'm wrong, I can't edit it, but yeah, I think it's 15. We plan on coming out with more. It probably won't be for a few weeks because there's not a lot going on right now. We really don't have anything to discuss as far as Star Citizen goes. You guys don't want to hear about what we did for over the week. That's pretty much all we can talk about.
And we have a grandbaby coming in February.
So
yes.
So yes, that's exciting for us as well. So even when we do come back, we may be gone 1 week whenever we go visit, so anyway, that'll be exciting. I expect us to be gone at least 2 or 3 weeks, but maybe we'll be back sooner if something happens. Maybe I don't know. I heard people are getting back to work next week at CIG, so we'll see. But anyway, it's been a great year. Thank you so much for watching and having us in and, just being a part of the craziness.
Yes.
And
appreciate letting us ramble.
Yeah, appreciate us letting us ramble while Ruby looks at me like I'm crazy. But anyway, guys, stay safe out there. Hope to see you all in 2026, and we also hope to see you at
what?
A Bar Citizen.
Oh, I know. Black's like, we got to go to a Bar Citizen this year. He wants to go to one in Texas.
Yeah. We're going to try to hit the one in Texas, the big one in Austin. So
yeah, that's exciting.
So that'll be cool. But anyway, Happy New Year, guys. And we will see you
in the verse.
Out in the verse. Take care.